Ya, aquí volvemos, estamos con mi compadre Sam Coe. Y no sé por qué ando con tantas weas. Ahí estoy. Oye, es igual a mí, si no fue. La diferencia conmigo es ponchera y la espalda alfombrada. Ah, quiero estornudar, calmación.
I must confess, the hum of a grav drive makes me feel alive. You want me to carry something for you?
Ah, igual no es mala pistola, igual le vamos a poner una pistola mejor. ¿Qué opináis, guacho? Ya, vamos a aprovechar de ir a la logia. Creo que tengo una conversación pendiente con Walter. Y a ver si le busco una pistola. A ver si te busco una hueá. Cállate, weón. Walter está durmiendo. Igual nada que ver despertarlo, pues weón. Ya, y guarda. Oye, bajo el peso, bajo el peso. Ah, están. Bonito, weón. Ya, una arma bonita para el Samco. ¡Ay! Había una escopeta que yo quería sacar. Ya, este me la llevo. Te digo esa munición 7.5. Ya ahí nomás. El disruptor se va. Ya, y vamos a hablar con Walter. Está mimiendo.
You forget how much you take a place like the Lodge for granted.
Ah, tengo solamente una...
It's threatened.
Aquí está.
We can pay to fix the damages, but, well, some things are irreplaceable.
I want you to know I was very impressed with your work back on Neon.
There's no fooling you. Don't worry, this is a much lower stake opportunity.
My Star Yard's been having a little trouble getting our next project off the ground. I need someone capable and decisive to step in and steer it in the right direction.
Todo el rato.
Love the enthusiasm. I knew there was a reason I picked you to help with this project. It's a new ship. We want to diversify our fleet. Now, I don't know why the people I pay very handsomely to come up with new designs can't seem to get out of the R&D phase. And frankly, I don't care. I just want someone, you, to go there and show them how it's done. Excellent. I'll send word ahead to the project lead, Jules Degante, that you're taking point.
Ya, si hay una nave
I'll be
por...
instructed to listen to you and follow your direction.
Si hay una nave de por medio,
Expect
la wea
big
me interesa.
things from you, so I'm excited to see what you manage to deliver. I don't believe you'll let me down.
Dirigente completa 30 actividades. Diseño excesivo en la misión. Ve a la astilleros de Straw Eklund. Vamos, po, choro. Cuidado. Cuidado, po, Vasco. Ya, no puedo... Queda un día para el tema del sepelio de Barrett. De Barrett Garrett. Ay, Dios mío.
I ain't never getting used to that.
Ya, vamos a comprar weas acá.
Hello.
I'm afraid, due to recent... Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you?
Comprando weas, por loca.
Well, certainly.
Sube el peso con las piezas de nave, pequeño traumatismo y sinapsis alfa. Munición. Ya, nos llevamos todo lo que...
Back to it then.
Ah, no, sí. Weón, cabrón, compró todo. Ya para acá no era. Ah, no, aquí es para cambiar la apariencia. Infinity. Pero si ya había venido para acá, weón. Hello there. Si pues ya está la periodista. Buena, Julio.
Hi, how are you?
Aquí, pulento, pues, buena. Oh, la cresta, siempre se me pierden las weas.
He's quite something.
Esta es la iglesia de la Santa Misericordiosa Querida. Freestar Collective. Ah, la wea bonita.
They have mixers for expats at the embassy every now and then.
Sí, tenemos el edificio pulento.
Some good old Aquila City beer.
Archivo de armisticio. Armisticio.
You see Nathan's defeat at the Battle of Cheyenne by the Freestar Collective's ragtag fleet. Both sides of the
¿Qué pa' qué, weón? Bueno, ahí está la logia. Ahí está, po. Tiene el letrero grande de Medical. Quiero comprar botiquines y weas. Y este médico siempre es buena onda, po. Médico. Médico.
There are a few injuries that can't be. Welcome to our island. If you're in. Well, you've certainly come to the right place. Take care of yourself.
Gracias, guacho. Te quiero. Tengo que hablar con Calete, bueno, estoy, quería ver algo. Ah, sí, le hicimos unas modificaciones, ya, eso quería ver. Vamos a agarrarnos A balazos con todos los culios. Ah, ya no hay problema que estén instaladas ahí. Ya, esa era una duda que tenía. Me encantan estas estaciones espaciales, weón. Es tan humano el diseño, weón. Esa sensación de puta, weón, que te puedes tirar un peón al espacio y te pitéis toda la cagada de espacio en rasca, weón. ¿Cómo que se va a hacer tirar la weón? Ay, puta que... Qué bacán la weón.
Wish I can help you if you need anything.
Don't tell Walter, but his star yard is pretty incredible.
Not much going on.
He's no empty suit. That's the God's honest truth.
Aparte son todos del colectivo Freestar, así que estamos...
Consumer doesn't need that sort of maneuvering capability. And Mike is saying there are technical reasons your design won't work. Oh, this must be Walter's consultant friend. Please, come join us. We've been waiting for you. Hi there. It means I'm responsible for making sure our projects are carried through to completion. I'm not the one calling all the shots per se, but I do need to ensure the people making those calls are empowered to do that within the limits the executive set for us. It might surprise you to hear that no, I have not. This is actually the first project I've led for Stroud Eklund. I recently graduated with a master's degree in engineering management. I'm actually kind of surprised they hired me, but I was at the top of my class, so maybe they didn't want to lose me to some other star yard. Anyway, I'm grateful for the chance to do good work here. You must be Walter's colleague. He informed me that you'd be taking charge of Project Kepler despite the fact that we have a fully dedicated R&D staff already assigned to it. But that's okay. I'm sure that even though you have virtually no experience with this, you'll do a great job. Well, I hope your enthusiasm counts for something.
We shall see.
As you probably know, we're tasked with coming up with Stroud Eklund's next hit starship. But we have budget concerns, market research to finish, and we can't seem to agree on a design. So I guess Walter sent you to resolve these issues. Have at it.
Weón, esta weá es la vida real. Se acaban de pasar por el culo la meritocracia. Estoy aquí por pituto, culo. Soy amigo del dueño de uno de los socios. Y los socios se comen, así que... ¿Qué tanta weá? Loca pasiva agresiva, weá. Oh, yeah. There
are a lot of factors to consider. Who is our market and what do they want in a ship? Which components are we putting into it? How fast should it go? How much cargo capacity should it have? What color should it be? We need to decide every little detail. Sure, I'm Jules, R&D project lead.
Sí, ya lo había dicho.
Was the one making all the big decisions. I suppose I just coordinate now. You already heard from Frank. He's lead designer on the project, focused on the look and feel of the ships. There's Ella, another senior designer. She focuses on some of the more technical designs of ships. Went to school with Frank. Mike is our senior engineer, responsible for consulting on all the technical bits, the machinery, the computer systems, etc. And then there's Nev. She's here for marketing. It's her job to weigh in and sell this thing to consumers. Okay, good. So, before we can do anything, we need to resolve the budget issue. We were charged with building the newest, hottest ship on the market, which won't be possible unless we petition the board for more money. So we have 2 new budget proposals. One will allow us to build what I consider to be a very sensible ship, but we'll have to make some tough design cuts. The other will allow us much more flexibility to put whatever we want into the ship. It's what I call the kitchen sink proposal. I don't love it, but it'll be next to impossible to approve. What should we go with?
Ay, la segunda.
It's more that we can only choose certain design elements at the expense of others. In other words, if we go with something in Mike's design, there's not enough money in the budget for what Ella wants. That's one of the reasons we haven't been able to agree on anything. I was afraid you'd say that. Look, I'm the one who has to go to the board with this proposal, so before I can convince them this is going to be worth it, you're going to need to convince me. Well, I'm all ears because it's going to take a miracle to convince them. Well, there's always room for personal improvement, I suppose. I hadn't considered it that way. It gives us some wiggle room if we need to try some things, and if we come in way under budget, it'll look good. You know, as 50% of the Stroud-Eklund name, that might be enough. Okay, I think you made some good points. I'll go to the board with the kitchen sink proposal and get that approved.
Make your best pitch, Jules. You don't get many chances to fight for your dreams.
Great, that's one problem solved. I'll go forward with that budget proposal and we can move on. Next, we need to gather some market data. The best way to do this is to outfit your ship with some sensors and take it through some real-world scenarios so we can make more informed design decisions. Great! Just pick up a mission or 2 at the mission board and proceed like you normally would. We'll collect the data when you return. If you take on a variety of missions, we can build a ship to handle a variety of scenarios. But if you just fly one mission, we can build a more focused ship. It's up to you. In the meantime, you might also want to talk with the team, get to know them, give feedback on their proposals, etc. Good luck out there.
Ya, vos culiao.
You know, I've designed spacecraft for over 10 years. So, you must have really impressed Walter for him to give you this project. Or maybe it's a bit of nepotism. Never mind that. Perhaps he sees in you what he sees in me. My hope is that he sees the passion in our work. In truth, I know he values me, but he has yet to truly cut me loose from the corporate reins and let me do as I wish. But I understand Walter has given you much greater control of our project. Perhaps I can learn from you and convince him I'm ready for the same. As a designer, I see the beauty in our craft, and deliver that to the consumer. My desire is to make flying in our ships a joy to all the senses. I have won awards. I am proud of my work. But I do not like to brag.
No,
Rather, my goal is to change the board's
claramente.
perception of employees like myself from mere cogs in the corporate machine to value us as artists and let us do as we please. Ah, yes. At least you may be more open to my ideas than my colleagues. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise. Imagine a luxury craft designed for the most discerning of tastes. Every feature designed for comfort and peace of mind. High-end performance, precision engineering, a spacecraft for those who wish to be seen. This will be the most elite personal craft on the market. I think I understand what you mean. It is not enough to say it's a high-end luxury ship. Who is flying this ship? Where do they go? What is their story? And why do they crave such attention? Oh, thank you. I will think on this and improve on my proposal. Two words. Conspicuous consumption. Are you familiar with this concept? Of course not. It's when someone buys something expensive, mostly because it is expensive in an effort to show off their wealth to others. So, if we target what the wealthy elite and celebrities want, and sell the ship at a premium, they will buy it, and others will follow in order to be trendy. Imagine a star like Borealis is seen getting out of one of our luxury ships. Everyone is going to want one, so they too can feel like a celebrity. Because I am the lead designer on the project, it is literally my job to design it. It is frustrating because I keep getting pushback, and Jules has this idea that we will make a better product by designing it all together. Since everyone has equal say, it led us to a standstill. It was much easier before. Just because I do not like how corporate we have become, doesn't mean I don't like getting paid. Besides, with every successful ship I design, I believe I can influence the company to shift away from typical corporate bullshit and back to taking risks by pursuing art and innovation. Then again, here we are. Later.
I'm actually kind of amazed we finalized the budget. That was relatively painless. Hi. Need something? Oh, no. Well, it's just... I'm a little new here, and everyone's got these big, flashy designs. And I'm supposed to come up with one too, but like, I don't know if it's as good or like, good at all, even. Thank you for saying that, but like, really? I don't know. Whatever. Here goes. So, I was thinking that we could really use a recreational craft in our fleet. But not like super luxurious like our Adonis pleasure yacht. Something marketed more towards families. Something Mom and Dad could pack up and take the kids on vacation. You probably think that's stupid, right? Oh, really? Wow, I am... Thank you. I'm really glad I told you about it. Well, if we end up making it, I swear I'll work up a hell of an ad campaign for it.
Si la wea no vendiera, Royal Caribbean estaría en quiebra, po.
It's interesting. I'm new, and I've never done anything like this before coming here. Marketing for ships, specifically, that is. There are so many things to think of for different demographics, like style, features, cost, and all that. And you also need to think about offensive and defensive capabilities, because space is dangerous and people need to feel like the ship they're buying is safe. Yeah, I've only been here for a few months. I did a little marketing for Chunks before this, but it was really more of an internship. Ships are like totally different than that. I applied for the job here on a whim because I thought it'd be fun. I never expected to be hired. So far I do, but just between you and me, I feel like I'm in a little over my head. I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing. But my bosses really seem to like my work, so I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm doing something right. I still feel weird pitching ideas to people who have been at this for so much longer than I have. Catch you around.
Oh,
I'm
Will
wondering if
Smith.
we need another chef in the kitchen. Then again, I hear Walter brought you in to finally make a decision around here. Well, quite the opposite, actually. See, I don't care who makes the decision, so long as someone does it. And said proposal doesn't make me regret getting into engineering. You get me? Speaking of which, I think my plan will get us where we need to be as quickly and efficiently as possible. It's simple, no frills, and most importantly, won't cause me any major headaches on the engineering side. It's truth, and we need it. The others believe we need to think big and innovate. Reality is, we just need to do what we do better than anyone else. So I'm thinking, there's loads of fighters. No sense in mucking about with that again. And we've already got one of the best luxury liners in the biz. What I figure is, the cargo running business is booming, and no one's quite built a personal craft like that to serve the working class folk. Nothing fancy, no frills. Just a simple, sturdy, inexpensive ship with cargo room up the wazoo and make it so easy my cousin's little moppet could fly it. Wait, really? I was expecting we'd have to argue a bit more than that. Well, that's a relief. I hope you're being sincere. Because if I can convince them to go with mine, it'd save us all a lot of trouble in the end. Yeah, that's me, innit? Been here since the start of the company. Done engineering for going on 30 years total. I
Caleta.
keep telling them, it's senior, not lead engineer. I've got no interest in being lead. Too much management. Not enough tactile work. And yet here I am. Resigned to my fate on the R&D team. Later, mate.
Ay, ¿a quién se parece?
So, you're Walter's friend. I know he chose you to head this project as some sort of favor. Honestly, as senior technical designer, I was hoping to receive that honor, but there's always next time. Regardless, I'm excited to help you out. Do you have any experience building spaceships? Good. We were worried you knew nothing, and this would be a complete disaster. As long as you are willing to listen to us, we may still avoid that outcome. Now, I know you've been asked to give feedback on our design proposals. Would you care for a brief synopsis of mine? Of course. But first, let me ask you this. What pilot demographic is currently being underserved by the current starship market? Yes! Finally, a kindred spirit operating on my own wavelength. You see, while many ships will operate to that end, few ships are designed with exploration as their primary goal. It is my belief that if we build a ship with that in mind, Starfield will dominate that market sector. It's my hope that we can jumpstart a new era of affordable, accessible space exploration fueled by ordinary people like you and me. Thanks. Let me tell you, we would not regret going with my idea. This is a chance to do something that will truly inspire future generations. Well, as a senior designer, I'm trusted to work on some pretty important features on these ships. Most of my work is on the technical features, designing them to be more user-friendly. Computer systems like navigation, targeting, you name it. It may not be as glamorous as what Frank does, but without me, these ships would be almost impossible for the average consumer to actually use. Okay, yeah. Bye.
We're all super glad you're here, right, everyone? Well, we are. Oh, yes, I actually do have a proposal. I wasn't really expecting you to give me feedback, but why not, I guess. I'd like to see us branch out a bit more in the starfighter market. Bounty hunting and mercenary work are both big these days, especially among the hard-blooded Freestars.
Piling up. If this keeps up, all our profits are just
Puta, weón, me gustan todas las propuestas porque a todas les veo oportunidades de negocio. Pues.
no time for sentiment.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'm hoping when the time comes, I'll be able to convince the others that's what we should go with. We'll chat again soon, okay?
Everything's so new here.
Ya, Mission Board, nuestro transporte comerciantes a Garina, eliminación. Otra vez la flota caerme, sí, puta.
These ships are something else.
Well, what do you expect?
We have a state-of-the-art R&D department here.
Where to next?
Dad, have you ever tried Aurora?
No.
was terrible. You stay away from that stuff, Cora. Trust me, it's the worst.
Ay, Dios mío. Armas balísticas. Las armas de energía de la nave infligen 10% más de daño. Ah, tengo que infligir 1000 de daño a la vez enemiga con chuchu. Ah, pero con armas balísticas. Chuchu, no tengo armas balísticas. Ya, la otra nave tiene... Ya, me hicieron nepe. Ya, salí de la duda si las otras naves también eran de la flota carmesí. Sí. Wake. No. Puta, me están pidiendo...
The fleet looks after its own. Mostly. Always looking for the next target.
Si me devuelvo, cago. Puta, tengo la weá del homenaje, tengo que ir sí o sí, weón. Puta la weá. Necesito ir al homenaje, weón. Ahora estamos cerca. Un salto. Las partes de nave no me alcanzaron, nada.
Constellation is no stranger to loss. Our own founder left on an expedition and never returned. It is easy to talk about the glory and excitement of breaching into the unknown, of light. In the darkness. But it is harder to stare into the face of the cost. That all of our progress is built on top of the lives of those who dared. And that we owe them the courage to continue our work in their memory.
Thank you, Sarah. If anyone else would like to say a few words. Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something. I hope this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers and getting all the paperwork done. It's not much. Good. Good. Sorry, if I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying. Could you excuse me?
I thought maybe I would come up with something to say, but I've got nothing. So, instead, I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort a long time ago. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind. But what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive searching sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you.
I don't believe we've met. Ajay Mamasa, former chair of Constellation. I wish the circumstances of my visit were better. Unfortunately, this isn't the first Constellation funeral I've been to. After 35 years, you say goodbye to a lot of friends. I hope you don't mind me saying, but I feel numb just thinking about it. I was the one who invited Barrett to join. Oh, He was so brilliant. Even if the rest of us couldn't always keep up. Oh yes, I was Sebastian Bench's protege. If that gives you any idea of how long I was part of our little club. Exactly the same as when you met him, I bet. Oh, smiles. Saying just the wrong thing at just the right time. You don't mentor someone like Barrett as much as you let him go and try to contain the damage later, eh? Ah, yes. I officiated his wedding. Ah, young Irvin. I told him he was signing up for a lot with Barrett, but he didn't care. I bet relationships in Constellation are still messy, aren't they? We're more of a family than an organization. All the former lines bleed together. It makes the losses sting harder. But I hope it means the time you had together was all the more important. That's how I like to think of it, anyway. Knew him, argued with him, tried to carry on his memory when he vanished. Sebastian will be back tomorrow, we always used to say. It reminded us that he was still here, in the bones of this old building. He never mentioned that. I suppose he didn't want to talk about it after what happened. The colony war took so much from us all.
It almost feels wrong to be greedy, selfish. No amount of tears will bring the dead back. It's just easier to feel guilty, if you'll excuse me.
Seems so redundant with how I live. But death...
Everyone is in mourning. I understand, but I cannot quite share in their emotion.
There's no afterlife. Or second.
I have seen death. I have lost people I considered close.
So it's up to us.
But this is...
We are what lives on.
It is not the same. I cannot explain why. I am not sure I am making sense.
It's the good that comes from...
Thank you.
Humanity
If
is
you
what
are free
truly
soon,
creates our world.
could we talk?
We
Hey,
are the ones that judge
how are you holding up?
good or evil, joyful or mournful.
Just don't forget to take time for yourself, okay? Plenty of rooms if you need to sit down and be alone for a while. We'll get through this. It might feel like everything's falling apart, but that's why we need to stick together.
Yes, well,
We all have to get through this our own way. Don't worry about me. Really, I'll be fine. There's something I need to talk to you about.
chat for a bit. Normally, I hate talking to people at funerals, but, well. You don't believe in the afterlife, do you? I mean, this might be the worst time to bring it up, but... It's comforting, isn't it? You haven't really lost someone. You're just waiting to see them again. And you don't even need proof. You just need to believe it. Well, I've taken up enough of your time. We're all that lives on when someone dies. It's up to us to decide how.
I am told these types of gatherings are a sad occasion. That assumption appears to be correct. I appreciate you verifying my analysis, although I am certain my thanks will do little to improve your current psychological trauma. If you would like, though, I can add some consoling language to my programming. It will take some time to adapt, but it will be okay. How was that? I will note that feedback for later.
Hi. No. And don't keep asking. I'm not gonna be, alright? Everything's worse now. Is talking supposed to make us all feel better? Is that why we're all here? It's just... it doesn't change anything, does it? I just feel like I want to be a million light years away from everyone. I want to be alone for a while, okay?
Drink? Pour one out to the blackest sea? Two old friends. May their ghosts go past the edges of space, to the great beyond. I.
Is it quieter in the lodge, or is it just me? Death is a bastard. Comes for us all. You know, there's an old Aquila story about two pioneers who got lost trying to find a new frontier to settle. One of them takes ill. Clear he's not gonna make it, he turns to his partner and says, "Don't bury me. Let the ground take what it's due. I'd rather be a ghost chasing after you than walk through the pearly gates knowing an eternity of loneliness until you get there." Sad story, huh? You look after yourself.
Ah, me dejaron acá, chucha, ya.
Must be some reputation. I've never seen anything like that. And so modest. The mantis is a bona fide legend. Oh, man. So is it customary to give the mantis some sort of reward? The mantis never takes a reward. Bless you, sir. Ma'am. I can't believe we were rescued by you. Wait, so this is free? You both gotta be pulling my leg here. This has gotta be the weirdest day. Oh man, classic Mantis. Well then, thank you, Mantis. Ship's repaired. We'll be heading out.
Ay, Dios mío. Fue raro. Ah, esa hueá quería ver. Esa otra hueá quería ver. Ajustes. ¿Cuál es acción de nada? Por algún extraño motivo, en modo mira no me tomaron en cuenta las otras naves. No. Oh, qué weá. Lanzan esa weá que te caga el escudo al tiro, wey. ¿Por qué están peleando ustedes ya? Señores Michis. Señores Michis. pueden destruir los asteroides? No cachaba, weón. Oh, de nuevo ¿viste si es esa arma culiada la que me caga los escudos, weón? Ay, por lo menos está bueno con la flota carmesí, weón. Ahora.
Freestar Collective owes you, stranger. Please acknowledge.
Me decía. Pero contesté con el mismo. Puta la wea. Algo explotó afuera, guacho.
The crew over here would like to hear from their new friend. Over? That got a little too exciting back there. Most ships would have bugged out and left us with this mess. But you, total class act. Any way we can repay you? Pick 'em clean, then. Thanks again for the help. Over and out.
Ya, estamos llenos, culiao, weón. Curiosa la wea. Curiosa la wea, curiosa. Sumamente curiosa la wea. Ya las de transporte no la puedo hacer porque no tengo espacio. ¿Dónde queréis que me meta con los cachetes?
We've got people poring over the data you collected as we speak. Ah, so you just did the one bounty mission. Well, doesn't look like you ran into too much trouble, I hope. Anyway, the data you collected will help us focus our ship design and cater towards certain pilots. Now we just need to solve our interpersonal issues so we can agree on a design. Easy, right? You seem awfully confident for someone who doesn't know how long we've been dealing with this. I've tried everything I can think of besides some sort of hokey team building exercise. So, what do you think you can do differently? I can't believe I didn't think of that. It's fair. Everyone goes around the table and makes a cut. That way no one feels like they're the only one being asked to compromise. This should drive us towards a more focused design. And since Walter asked you to take the lead on this, I don't have to be the villain here. So you're sure about this? Great! Let's get ready to disappoint everyone equally.
Bienvenidos al mundo corporativo, perras.
Okay, everyone. Our friend here, remember, not me, has decided in order to move forward, we're going to go around the table and everyone is going to give up.
La buena canalla, bueno. Esta wea idea de mi colega, no es mía. Alguna queja putena este culiao, pero no a mí.
Okay, fine. I'll go first. I'm willing to cut some of the included hardpoints. It'll mean less firepower, but the consumer can still add them afterwards, I suppose.
You're looking at me, huh? I guess that means you want me to go. Oh, look, I'll be easy. You know I wasn't looking for anything fancy, but if I've got to make cuts, we can reduce some of the cargo bays.
I guess we can cut some of the extra sensors and data collection equipment. As long as this thing can still make it to deep space and back with no problem, I'll be happy.
I'd be willing to give up some of the passenger space, maybe. Yeah, that should be okay.
Frank?
Okay, fine, you win. I'll cut out some of the luxury designs and features. All that gold trim was going to be tacky anyway.
Well then, that wasn't so bad. I feel much more confident we can actually build this thing.
Ay, Dios mío, gente más complicada, weón.
This is going great. Just fantastic. Based on the decisions you made, it looks like we're going to end up with a very reasonable ship design. I have no worries about the feasibility of manufacturing and selling it. Now that we've addressed all our issues, we can move forward, finalize the design, and get this into production pretty quickly. If you could do us a favor and let Walter know that we're back on track, I'm sure he'll be thrilled. Thanks for your help.
No te preocupes, yo voy a hablar con Walter, si todo el culiao vive aquí al lado, pues weón. Así que total, ¿cuánto me demora llegar a la logia, pues perro? Son 2 estaciones de metro y llegamos. Aunque podría haberlo llamado por teléfono, pero parece que estos buenos no tienen teléfono. Igual que raro este video porque un homenaje quedó entre 2 batallas, pero estas son weas del espacio. Veamos dónde está Walter. Está
Welcome back, Captain.
It's taken care of. There's nothing to discuss.
Porque yo hubiera puesto el cuadro de Barrett ahí al lado de la chimenea.
Walter and I were just discussing the expenses incurred during the attack.
No, I was explaining that there's nothing to discuss. It's been taken care of.
It seems that Walter has taken it upon himself to cover the costs of the repairs to both the lodge and the Eye, as well as any expenses relating to the funeral services.
Barrett, for all his antics, was an essential part of this group. And a friend. Well, it's not about looking for thanks. It needed to be done, that's all.
Well, I can't thank you enough, Walter.
Sarah, I know we argue about money all the time. Most of it is in jest, but occasionally it's not. This is the one way I can best contribute to our work. It has been, and continues to be, an honor to do so. And when this is all over, we can go back to squabbling about minor expenses. But it was important to me that I do this.
Fair enough. Well, since we're already talking about this, there is one more thing I'd like to do for Barrett, and I'd appreciate your input. Nothing extravagant, just a small plaque here in the lodge. Something to remember them by. Where do you think would be appropriate? Sounds fitting. Any objections, Walter?
No, I think this is a fine idea.
Then it's settled. I'm glad we had this discussion.
And now, perhaps we can try and move on.
Yes, I think that's right.
I'm expecting big things from you with this ship project. Good to hear. I figured as much. See, I just finished looking over the final design they sent over before you arrived. I've got to say I'm impressed with it. It's a bit safe, but also an elegant evolution of our past designs. I think it's going to be a great addition to our fleet. I'll be happy to make it my new personal ship. Additionally, I want you to have one of the first.
Nave nueva, nave nueva.
Feel free to pick it up at the Star Yard. Thanks again.
Captain, I am fully updated and ready to assist with TAT.
Cállate.
Star Yard. Permission to dock granted.
I think you'll find we have some tempting options.
Must have cost a fortune to build this place so fast.
Hope you have a good stay.
¿Será para acá?
Havershaw's in the showroom if you're ready to buy.
Buena, culiao, ¿cómo estás?
Everything's so new here.
No. He errado por dónde tengo que ir entonces.
My business is switching to Stroud Eklund. It just makes sense.
¿Dónde está mi nave? Quiero mi nave. ¿Es esa? Ay, puta, me gustan las tres naves culeadas. Ya, esta es considerablemente más grande. Igual, medio puente, concha tu madre. Te has hecho control de una nueva nave. Si aterrizas en un planeta o saltas a otro sistema estelar, esta nave pasará a ser tu nave principal. Se transferirán a la nave principal todos los pasajeros y objetos de misión presentes en la nave principal anterior. Ah, bueno, tenía que desacoplarme. Bueno. Ya, pero así vamos conociendo la nave. esta weá sí puede llevar pasajeros, pues weón. Ahí está la mantis.
You are entering United Colonies space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New England.
Ya, no quería que me dejara acá, pero... Kepler se llama. Ahí sí. Ya, es grande. Es algo más grande que... O es harto más grande, pues, bueno.
Hey, what can I do for you? Okay, no problem.
Es considerablemente más grande. Me encanta el Frontier. Esa la podremos vender. Reactor 20, 18, reactor 21. Este tiene... es clase B esta. Cacha el escudo, pues weón. Ya. Lo primero es lo primero. Ya, en base al negro nos vamos a ir adaptando. Y aceptar. Ya, esta weá tiene 3 avisos porque supongo que será el tema de armas. No tiene sistema de armas, ¿viste? El generador, ¿qué generador tenía? Almacén. Atraque motor gravitacional beta. Reactor. Energía general 18. El reactor lo cambiaría. Generador 2 cubos series. El generador lo dejo por acá. Este es de clase B, sí. Cacha, este es carito. Este culiao es carito. Este culiao es caro. Pero me genera 21. ¿Ya? Ahí. Ya. Esa weá si quería cambiar. Este, ¿cuánto me genera? 570 la salud del escudo. Con regeneración del set. Bla 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 por ciento, ya. Ya que añadimos armas, pues guacho. Yo creo que dejar el mismo lanzamisiles que tengo. ¿Cuál es el lanzamisiles que tengo en la...? Creo que es este, que hace daño al casco 47 y al escudo 47. Y este es el que tenía antes, ya, 47. Y creo que tengo aquí uno de clase B. Ya, tengo lanzamisiles. Rayo de neutrones. No puedo ocupar los de clase B, ojo. Clase B. Neutrones. Torreta de neutrones disruptor. Este es cañón. Este es balístico. Cañón Mauler. Ah, este es el culio que me caga. Este es el culio que me caga. No. No, no me convence, guacho. Es el Mauler 106T. Y ahí faltaría un arma más. Láser de pulso podría ser. Rayos de neutrones. Este era rollo de neutrones BB100. Ay, Dios mío, este era. ¿Cómo que tiene más de 3 armas diferentes? ¿Cuál cañón automático Mauler, weón? ¿Cuál? Cañón, no, tengo torreta automática. Ah, unas torretas y el otro es cañón, pues bueno, ya, este se va. Ya, el... no, pues guacho. Rayos de neutrones, ahí sí. Claro, era cañón Mauler 106T. Pues. Ahí sí. Ya, lanzamisiles, neutrones y cañón. Esto va a meter con un aviso. ¿Qué aviso? Motor Nova 1050. ¿Este qué es? Motor SAE. Ah, estoy gastando cualquier plata. Muelles, cargamento, motor. Ya, el mío es potencia 3, propulsor 14. Tiene que ser de motor, este es de potencia. Motor Hércules. Por acá hay motores más chicos. Podría ser este, ¿eh? Potencia, no, propulsión 14, 220, 3300. No, como por ahí. Pero ah, claro, pues guacho. Qué rara esta de repente esta weá que me deja poner una cuestión. Esta weá no me la deja poner ahí. La otra sería la weá rara, pues. La otra alternativa sería este Nova. 14220. Este culo también es alternativa. Ah, el video. Estoy alargando más que la chucha, mono. Ya este es el que tengo. 14070 y este 14220. Ah, podría poner otro de este, ¿eh? Borro este. Ya, ¿qué error tengo? ¿Qué módulos sueltos tengo? ¿Qué módulos sueltos tengo, boludo? ¿Será esto? Ay, la estoy puro cagando, weón. Ahí. Ahí. No, pa, este para afuera. Este weón va acá, este weón va acá. Este weón va ahí. Va ahí. Ahí. Ahí sí. Ahí. Hay que pegar todo de nuevo. Los colores quedaron bien, yo creo. Ya, ahí quedó Kepler S. Con cañones, weas. Y weas, vemos cómo vuela. Ay, la mía. Sí, unos pocos que las veo, wea. Oh, conchetumadre. Quiero ver nomás cómo vuela. Valió la pena hacer la misión culiada, weón. Chala, weón. Ya, ya, tengo que hacer reasignación de botones en este momento. gusta. O sea, en principio me gusta. De motores quedo súper cerdo. Ahora hay que pensar el tema de las armas después. Ya dejamos hasta acá. Alejo volando al infinito.